All right, we're back almost live with Gary Garver. Yeah, man, we're having a special Blue Iris tribute show tonight. And Blue, you brought me some killer guests. Blue, she's already in heaven, giving me great guests. Right now, I have an Emmy Award winner. He's on the show Breaking Bad. He's the star of it. It's on American Movie Classics. It's really a twisted show. So if you're into, some weird things. I mean, I try to watch it, man. It's like freaks me out, but I love him. He was the father in Malcolm in the Middle. He won an Emmy last year, Best Lead Actor in a Drama Series. It's Bryan Cranston. All right.
Good to see you, Gary.
Hey, how you doing, Bryan?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in.
It's good.
But I really appreciate you coming on the show.
I'm sorry about your friend. I wish I knew her.
She was a great lady.
Yeah.
She was a great lady.
Yeah.
She brought a smile to my face every time I saw her, And how many people can you say that about?
Not many. Yeah. And she made a lot of people laugh, so that was a good thing that she gave.
Yeah, she did. She made a lot of people laugh and a lot of people happy, and we're doing a little tribute to her.
It's great.
And I really appreciate you coming down on the show.
My pleasure. Good to be here.
And man, I'm telling you, I mean, you've done so many things. It's amazing.
Some of them were even good.
Well, oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I just saw Saving Private Ryan, and he was in that, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something about that real quick before I get into the rest of the stuff. Now, with Gary Sinise, and your arm was gone too, correct? It was amputated.
Well, Gary Sinise wasn't in that movie.
Saving Private Ryan?
No, he was in Forrest Gump.
Oh, Forrest Gump. Did I say?
Yeah.
Oh my God, am I?
No, that's good.
Dude,
you were thinking of the missing arm.
I'm such a retard.
And the missing legs.
I was such a retard, man. You're right. I was.
What he did is he had green stockings on.
Oh, is it green? Is that
green?
What they did?
And they brushed him out, and then they painted in what was supposed to be behind him. With me, it was different. Steven Spielberg didn't want to spend the money or the time for that, so I actually literally had to put my hand down the front of my pants and cup my boys when they were shooting behind me.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm
really?
Not kidding. And when they were shooting me straight on, it was down and my hand was between my crack.
Wow.
How about that?
That's crazy, man. I love it. Hey.
And then they would take the sleeve and they would iron it and pin it up. So
that was crazy. Yeah,
I
was wondering how they do that. So they just hit it.
That was poor man's process.
I mean, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, he directed it.
I mean,
have you heard of him?
Well, I'm not that big of an idiot. Okay, I'm not that big of an idiot. But anyways, so now you're in a series called Breaking Bad on AMC. You won an Emmy for that.
Yes, I did.
Now that's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And you were against who were you against this year? Do you remember?
Does it matter?
No, fuck.
No,
you won. Who cares?
A lot of different guys,
Screw them.
Yeah,
right?
what the hell?
But there is something funny in your bio where you actually do it. You were, I guess, I don't know if you were upset or pissed off at Brad Garrett or you were just goofing on him, but you do a Brad Garrett impersonation when
Brad.
he yes.
No, one I was nominated 3 times for Malcolm in the Middle and I never won. And that was always the first award they gave out at the award ceremony. So for 3.5 hours after that first award, your category is done and you have to sit there and wait for the whole thing, So, but then one year I was presenting and I had just lost and I get up to present and it was just spontaneous. And Jane Kaczmarek, who played my wife on Malcolm, she said, "I'm sorry you didn't win." And I don't know what I said. I said something, "Oh, well, maybe next time I'll talk like this." Raymond.
That's good.
But Brad's a good guy, and he's a good actor, and he sent me a really nice note after I won, and it meant a lot to me. It was nice.
Now, like you said, you got to sit there after you lost,
yeah.
and you lost. Not honestly, it was like, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Sure does.
Were you pissed or what was it?
No. I mean, if you get into this business for the reason of winning awards, you're going to be really, really disappointed.
Right.
Because there's few and far between being passed out.
Yeah.
So you have to want to, enjoy and love the art that's within you, not you in the art.
Now, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, it's not about the awards, it's about your craft, basically, and making money.
Actually,
come on.
It's making money. It's fast cars. It's the women.
Yeah, right. You've been married for 20 years, man. Yeah, you've been married for 20 years.
I should say it's the woman.
The
That's
woman
what
that does it.
The woman.
And
20
you,
years. Yeah.
And you met your wife on the set of Airwolf.
Yeah. Do you remember that thing?
Is that with Michael?
Jan Michael Vincent.
Jan Michael Vincent.
Right, and Gary Sinise, who had his legs cut off. And he was also in the comedy.
All right, you're gonna bust my balls on that. All right, I fucked up. All right, I was like, I'm nervous. What do you want, dude? I mean,
why are you nervous?
No, I'm not. I'm kidding.
All right. Yeah, that was a crazy show. It starred a helicopter.
Yeah.
It was a show on CBS 23 years ago or so, and the helicopter each week had to save someone and rescue this, and it was a stupid idea and a silly show, but that's where I met Robin. And
that's great. So now the story is that you were a villain in it, and she was your hostage.
Yeah.
Now what'd you do to her to make you marry her?
I gave her an ultimatum. Either I kill her or she dates me. And she chose the latter, which was very wise.
Yeah.
She didn't want to, but she didn't want to die either.
Yeah,
so given that set of circumstance,
that's cool, man. And you guys lived happily ever after. I mean, is it tough in Hollywood to be married? I mean, everybody gets divorced all the time.
It's not tough if you're married to the right person.
Oh, look at you! Hey, oh. And she's smoking too, dude.
Yeah,
she's hot.
Yeah, she is.
She's hot. Now we met about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
At the Writers Guild Awards.
Right.
And I was doing my stupid interviews.
They weren't stupid. They were actually very insightful.
Really, you like those questions?
Yeah, because a lot of people.
Jesus, first person.
No, I'm serious.
Jesus
a lot
Christ,
of people.
I'm gonna drink to that right now.
Won't do any research. They don't know who they're talking to, so they say, "Tell me your name and what show you're on." So they don't know anything.
Right.
And then you say, "I'm Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad." So how do you like working on the show?
Right.
And the standard questions: can you tell us anything about the season? And they're even looking around for anybody else they're interviewing, and they give you a nod and look around.
Right.
And I usually say something like, "Well, I'm a chemistry teacher who turns to cooking crystal meth on the show, but in real life I'm a pedophile. I enjoy and they're going, "Oh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, that sounds good." And they're not even listening. So, no, you were asking interesting questions. That's nice.
Well, what I like to do is, and I've interviewed like 400 or 500 celebrities. You get to know the celebrity, what they're really about when, because like I said, most of Hollywood kisses your ass. I mean, when, or doesn't care, one of the two.
I like the kissing of the ass.
You like the ass and kissing? Well, see, I don't. You know what I mean? You do because, I got presents for you, by the way. I got gifts.
Now you say you don't like it, and now you're going to give me presents.
Well, I'm just saying.
Now you're kissing my ass.
No, I'm not kissing her. They're twisted gifts, but you know what I mean? But what I like to do is when I ask these questions, you get to really know somebody. You really get to know what kind of personality they are, if they can take a joke, if they're serious about themselves, if they take themselves too serious,
Right.
And the cool thing is that, most actors and celebrities are way cool. 90% will answer any question and go, "Hey, man, that was really a good interview." You know? And that's what I love. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm here.
Well, you made a promise to me.
Well, yeah, but if you asked stupid-ass questions, I wouldn't be here.
You wouldn't be here,
No,
right?
I wouldn't. Why would I come if you said the generic, how do you like working on the show?
Right.
It's like, oh, God, no, I hate it.
Yeah, right.
How do you like working with the people you work with?
They suck.
It's like, do you hope your show will stay on for a long time? Stuff you can't imagine the inane questions.
Speaking of that, Malcolm in the Middle, you did 151 episodes.
Yeah.
That's a lot, man. Because think about it. Normally, isn't that the 100 episode? Is that like that's the what do you call that? Like the success thing.
It's a kind of a benchmark to. It's for the studios. They want to get 100 episodes so they can sell and make billions off of it. And Malcolm has done really, really well. So if you can get 100 episodes, it almost secures your syndication.
Do you get residual still off of that? Mm-hmm. Nice, man. Wow, this dude's kicking. And not only that, but you're the star of the only show on AMC that's their own series. Is that their series or what is it?
No. There's another show called Mad Men.
Oh, Mad Men. You're
stars
correct. That's correct.
Gary Sinise, who doesn't have any legs. He's got from the waist down.
Leave me alone. Oh, you're gonna kill me. But anyways, you like you said, you play a chemist that is
high school chemistry teacher.
Right, that has cancer.
He's got a terminal lung cancer, given a year to 2 years to live, and so he probably makes $40,000 a year, and he has to have a second job to pay his bills. His wife has an accident baby on the way, and he's got a 16-year-old son with cerebral palsy.
Nice.
So things are kind of tough.
Right.
And he's a depressed guy, and he's been, living with regret for the last 25 years for missed opportunities, and so he decides to take a gamble and be very risky on his choices. And so he wants to leave something to his family before he's dead. Something, anything. So he decides to use his chemistry background to cook crystal meth and become a drug dealer.
I mean, how twisted is that? Is that twisted or is that reality? I mean, what
Well,
I mean,
it's funny because
in this world, I mean, I don't know.
When you hear about it, you thought, wow, that's crazy and that's really offbeat. But then there have been at least two or three news items about teachers turning to selling drugs.
Wow. And how do you like playing this role? This is sort of like, you go from Malcolm in the Middle's father to a crystal meth psychotic dealer.
It's really different.
Yeah, I mean, which role do you like better? I mean, if you had to pick one.
Fortunately, I don't have to pick one.
All right. Well, in your notes you said you like playing a pompous ass. So I mean, what's that about?
Did I say that?
Yeah, I wrote it. You like playing a pompous ass. I got it in my notes right here. I actually did research. You're the only guest I've ever done research on.
I mean, that's only in real life.
Oh, okay.
No, that's a good combination to play someone who's a pompous ass and thinks he's smart. It's a very funny combination to do. In Malcolm in the Middle, he was fearful. Once I found out what the core emotion of that character was, then I can ride on it. And his was fear. He was afraid of everything.
Right.
Hal was afraid of heights. He was afraid of being a bad husband, or being afraid of being fired. Everything. So all the comedy stemmed from that. In Breaking Bad,
with Gary Sinise co-starring with you in it, right?
No.
Without the legs.
No.
Oh, he's not co-starring with you? No, okay. My bad.
It was a callback. It was a good try.
Yeah, it was bad. Okay.
No, he's a guy who is depressed, and so he's been numb for the past 20 years. And this set of circumstances forces him to take risks. And so for the first time in his life, in his adult life, he's got adrenaline pumping in his veins, and he's feeling it. And sometimes even feeling fear is better than numbness. So he might not, given the choice, go back to where he was before.
Now, when you play this part, it's sort of dark. Do you take that home with you?
No.
Does Robin have to deal with your?
No, I don't think she does. I don't think. No, it's not. It's not that.
I'm looking over at her. She's sort of like, I don't know.
No, it's not really. I've been an actor for 30 years professionally, so I've kind of learned to know when I really do a lot of work on developing the wardrobe and my makeup and my hair and my whole thing. Right now on the show, I'm about 15 pounds, maybe 12 pounds lighter than I am now.
Yeah.
I have no hair.
Right.
And a silly mustache that means nothing. It's so impotent. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to look like a guy who doesn't care, who gave up a while ago, so that it gives the audience that visceral sense that this is this man's plight.
Yeah, well, man, I mean, you have done. Your credits are unbelievable. I mean, it's just you've done like what, over 200, 300, 400 things. I mean,
lots of stuff.
And you're also an ordained minister.
Thank you, my brother.
Bless me, my brother. Bless me. Come on, bless me. All right.
It burns!
Come on. I'm not the devil, Jesus.
I felt a horn. I don't know. Is that supposed to be there?
Oh, Lord have mercy. You're an ordained minister. That's pretty wild.
It was a gig that I had when I was going to college. I was working during the summer on Catalina Island and having a good time. And I befriended this guy named Reverend Bob. He was a holdover hippie guy, right? And he says, hey, man, I accidentally booked 2 weddings at the same time. You want to go, you perform a wedding? And I say, oh, sure. He goes, all right, come on. He gets a slip of paper and he puts it in an IBM Selectric. Remember those when they were typewriter? Types this up this thing and sends it into the state attorney general, and I'm legal.
Just like that, you're an ordained minister.
It's crazy. It was, set up as a tax haven, right?
Right.
So he used it to marry people, and he would get, he told me, and this is in 1974.
Wow.
Or 5. 1974 or 5. 4. A long time ago. And he said I would make $150 in about 2 hours.
Hey,
in
back
1974, it was. I think the minimum wage was like $3.50 or $3.65.
I don't think it was
like
that much, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was on it, and then I was, my hair was down to here. I was all reddish, brownish in color, and both hair and body. And he gave me a couple things, and I went to the Van Nuys Airport. Of all places.
Right.
Went up in a 6-seater plane.
Oh, wow.
And I was in the front, and I'm thinking, oh, my God, I can't believe this. This is so much fun. And I turned back to look at the two getting married who were in the next seats, and they were really quiet and holding their hands. And I thought, oh, man, I really have to act here. I really have to make this, important for them. And so I did. I turned around. I said, the oak and the willow don't stand in each other's shadow, for the growth of life cannot be, And I'm pontificating all this stuff, and they're going, yes. And I look back, and in the very back is the best man and the maid of honor, who was really cute. Yeah. So I made $150, and I got her phone number, and it was a great gig. And I married about 12 people.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, 12 weddings. Yeah.
You still are an ordained minister?
I guess legally.
I mean, if I wanted you to marry me one day, if I said, "Hey, Brian, I'm going to get married," Wow, these guys are cruel to me.
I don't know if they heard.
I'm going to have to throw these motherfuckers out. Yeah. So I mean, you could actually marry if I want to get, possibly. Correct? Possibly?
I suppose. I haven't looked into it in a long time because it's.
All right. Well, we'll work on it. We'll talk about it.
Are you
later.
getting married?
No.
Okay.
Hell no, man. Are you kidding? Not right now. Not right now. Okay. I'm trying to survive at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've done some acting too, by the way.
Have you?
Yeah, but you don't want to talk about that. It's all good. I'm not that much of an actor. I've done.
Well, you brought it up, so you must want to talk about it.
They flew me out. They flew me to Detroit to do this little part, I was thinking, yeah, maybe you can get me maybe be an extra on your show or something like that.
You don't want to be an extra. What do you fly to? We shoot it in New Mexico.
You shoot in New Mexico? They flew me to Detroit. I'll
Who
drive.
did? Who flew you?
I don't know, some idiot. I don't know. These guys.
Maybe they just wanted to get rid of you.
Yeah, they did. I don't know.
There is a ticket to Detroit.
Right.
Wait a minute. This is only one way.
What
happened?
I almost got busted there. I don't even want to talk about that. Oh my God.
When you brought it up, you probably want to talk about it.
Yeah, well, it's all good. All right.
Come on, Gary.
No, I don't. We'll talk about it.
I'm your reverend. Talk to me. Come on. I can marry you, but I'm also a soft shoulder.
I know you are. I can cry.
What happened, Gary?
No, I actually got. Have you ever got picked? Hold on. I got picked up in a fake police car. The guy picked me up. It was like I was going to Flint, Michigan from Detroit. Guy picked me up in a. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. That's where they shot the movie. That's why they got me. Huh. You ain't going to Flint, Michigan.
No, well, actually, it's interesting. I might be going to Michigan to shoot a movie next year.
There you go. So they're doing a lot of stuff out there. But anyway, so he picks me up. He goes, "Hey, I'm in a cop car," and I'm like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Okay." And then 50 yards outside the airport, man, we get picked up by the airport police, and they stop us and go, "Are you a police officer?" He's like, "No." He says, "Are you impersonating a police officer?" He goes, "No." He's like, "Why do you have a badge? Why do you have the car?" They kept us there for an hour because of the terrorist, Patriot Act. Yeah. They kept us there for an hour, ripped through our bags. Usually I like to bring a little something to comfort me, you know what I mean? And
what do you mean, like a teddy bear or something?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'd like to bring a little teddy bear, and I didn't bring my teddy bear.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Right.
My teddy bear didn't come with me this time.
Right.
Because I might have been in federal prison, and I wouldn't even have been here.
There's a law against teddy bears?
Yeah, there is. There is. Especially you carry them in, less than an ounce, or, what I mean? So anyways.
That's a very light teddy bear.
It was a very light, I don't. My teddy bear's very small.
Yeah.
Okay, but
right on.
But anyways, that was crazy. But it was a lot of fun. And
but this bong isn't.
Yeah, that's true. But it was cool. It was fun. It's actually fun to shoot movies and stuff like that.
What movie was it?
It's called Minor League. It's like a low budget.
When did you shoot this?
I shot it last a week ago Thursday. I was there Thursday, and then I shot one day, and then they flew me back Saturday. So I was there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, they paid me a couple $100, gave me a point in the movie. It's a low budget movie, but what the hell? I mean, I've never acted before. I did one other thing in New York 3 months ago, and maybe you can get on there and you can kill me or something. You know what I mean? Or sell me some meth.
I'd like that.
Can you sell me some meth and kill me or something like that?
I could probably arrange
That'd
that.
be cool, man. That'd be cool, right? I love that. Yeah. Kill Gary off. Well, listen, man. Thank you so much for coming down.
My pleasure.
And before I leave, I want to give you some gifts. These are blue iris glasses.
Oh,
from
really?
the blue, yes.
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
You already.
I usually go for something with a little more pizzazz, but I guess this will have to do.
Oh, you look good. I'm gonna put mine on too.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna put mine on too. Also, want to give you now. You already tried these EQ energy drinks.
Those are good.
You know what I mean?
like them.
You already tried them. Now I'm gonna give you a couple of these.
All right.
Okay.
Wow, this is great.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take a couple of those, and also a 6-pack of Lagunitas beer. It's
Lagunitas.
It's called Censored.
Wow,
Just like
terrific.
my show. Just like my show, Censored.
you.
So, and you can catch Bryan on American Movie Classics on Sunday nights?
Sunday nights, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Sunday nights at 10 o'clock. New episode this Sunday night.
All the way through the end of May. Every Sunday night, new episode.
New episode every Sunday night, all the way through the end of May. And God bless you. Thank you. And thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thanks, Gary.
I really appreciate it. It's
to see
Bryan Cranston. All right. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thanks, man.
You bet.
We'll be back right after this. Almost Live, Gary Garver.